The Horn of Africa is a region of immense strategic importance. It sits astride vital shipping lanes. The Red Sea is a crucial waterway. The region is facing a multitude of challenges. Political turmoil, ethnic conflict, and poverty plague the Horn of Africa. External actors are increasingly involved in the region. This makes the situation even more volatile. At the heart of the current tensions lies the complex relationship between Ethiopia, Egypt, and Somalia. Ethiopia's construction of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, or GERD, has infuriated Egypt. Egypt sees the dam as a threat to its water security. It relies heavily on the Nile River for its water needs. Somalia, meanwhile, is locked in a dispute with Ethiopia over its relations with Somaliland. Adding fuel to the fire is Somalia's decision to sign a security agreement with Egypt. This has further strained relations between Ethiopia and Somalia. The agreement includes provisions for the training of Somali troops by Egypt. There are even rumors of Egypt establishing a military base in Somalia. The situation is highly volatile and threatens to destabilize the entire region. All three countries have a history of conflict. Any miscalculation could lead to a wider war. The international community must engage all sides in dialogue to find a peaceful solution. The stakes are simply too high to ignore. The Nile River is a lifeline for millions of people across 11 countries. For Egypt, it is quite literally a matter of life and death. The country depends on the Nile for almost all its water needs. Ethiopia's construction of the GERD has thus raised serious concerns in Cairo. The GERD is a massive hydroelectric dam. It is located on the Blue Nile, a tributary of the Nile River. Ethiopia sees the dam as crucial for its economic development. It aims to be a major power exporter in the region. However, Egypt fears the dam will reduce its water supply. This is especially worrying given its rapidly growing population. Negotiations between Ethiopia, Egypt, and Sudan, another downstream country, have been ongoing for over a decade. However, they have failed to produce a lasting agreement. Ethiopia began filling the dam's reservoir in 2020. This has heightened tensions with Egypt. The Nile water dispute is a complex issue with no easy solutions. It highlights the challenges of managing shared water resources. Climate change is likely to exacerbate water scarcity in the region. This makes it even more crucial to find a sustainable solution to the GERD dispute. Somaliland is a self-declared state located in northwestern Somalia. It has been seeking international recognition since 1991. However, its efforts have been met with little success. Somalia claims Somaliland as part of its territory. Ethiopia has recently deepened its ties with Somaliland. This has angered Somalia and raised tensions between the two countries. In 2024, Ethiopia and Somaliland signed a Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU. This MOU granted Ethiopia access to the port of Berbera in Somaliland. Somalia views Ethiopia's growing influence in Somaliland with suspicion. It sees it as an attempt to undermine its sovereignty and territorial integrity. The situation is further complicated by the presence of the Al-Shabaab terrorist group in Somalia. Al-Shabaab has exploited the political instability in Somalia to its advantage. The African Union, or AU, has deployed a peacekeeping mission in Somalia known as AMISOM since 2007. AMISOM has played a crucial role in combating Al-Shabaab and stabilizing the country. However, the mission is facing funding challenges. Its future is uncertain. The Horn of Africa has become a theater for competition between regional and international powers. The United Arab Emirates, or UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey have all increased their presence in the region. They are vying for influence and access to strategic resources. The UAE has established military bases in Eritrea and Somaliland. It has also invested heavily in ports and other infrastructure projects in the region. The UAE's growing influence has raised concerns among some observers. They fear the UAE is exacerbating regional tensions. Saudi Arabia has also been active in the Horn of Africa. It has provided financial aid to countries like Somalia and Sudan. Saudi Arabia views the Horn of Africa as strategically important. It wants to counter the influence of its regional rival, Iran. Turkey has also been expanding its footprint in the Horn of Africa. It has established military bases in Somalia and Sudan. Turkey sees the region as a potential market for its goods and services. The growing involvement of external actors in the Horn of Africa is a double-edged sword. On the one hand, it has brought much-needed investment to the region. On the other hand, it has also increased the risk of proxy conflicts and instability.